PHP coders, today we're taking a closer look at the Stringable Interface in PHP. It's a feature that can provide a standardized approach for converting objects to strings in your projects. Let's get started. The Stringable Interface was introduced in PHP 8 and provides a simple way for your objects to indicate that they can be converted to strings. The interface requires only a single function, which is called toString, which will handle all the conversion from the object itself to the string. Let's take a closer look. So here we have the class product. It has two properties. It has a name and a price, and a constructor which sets the initial value of these variables. Let's now implement the interface. We can say implements and then the name stringable, and the interface only requires a single function to be implemented, namely the toString method. It is a method which will return, of course, a string, and how it does that is completely up to the creator. So in this case we have a product class with a name and a price. So we would want to create a string which represents these values. So let's make it return a new string which consists of a name and a price. So let's test our class now. Let's create a new instance called product is new product and give it a name, let's say smartphone, and the price, let's say $6.99. When we now try to echo our product, it will automatically convert it to a string, and it will use our toString function to customly convert it to this string representation of our object. And we see it will indeed echo the name and then the name of the product and the price of the product. If we did not do this and we remove our implementation and we try to run this again, we can see it will throw an error and it will say this object cannot be converted to a string. So this is required if we want to convert it to a string. We can now also use this as a way to secure our functions. Let's say we have a function and we call it print product, and it takes a product and it will try to echo the product. We can now theoretically pass every variable to this function, but if we only want variables which can be converted to a string, we can say we only want to accept stringable. Now let's take a look what that looks like. If we say print product and we pass our product and we execute this code, it will print the product. But if this product was not an implementation of the interface stringable and we try to run this code, it will now throw an error and say, hey, this function requires the argument to be a type stringable. We cannot print this, we cannot convert this to a string. Well, there you have it, the Stringable Interface. An easy way to let your objects be convertible to a string in just a simple function implementation. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions or any remarks, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you for watching.